Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you're joining us on this broadcast. Welcome to Warwick Stadium, Perth, Western Australia. Thanks to KO Freebies. It is the U16 Australia Junior Championships. And we are here for Queensland North versus New South Wales Metro. My name is Travis Young. Welcome to our coverage tonight. And we should be in for an absolute cracker of a ball game to open up these 16s championships for these two teams. Joining me in commentary, Eric McFarland, one of our great colour commentators over here on NBL 1 West. Eric, congrats mate, welcome to the coverage and should be in for a good one.
Thanks a lot for that, Travis. I'm excited as you can actually feel the carnival atmosphere here at the Warwick Stadium. A lot of colour, a lot of excitement. We're seeing all the teams get them behind their representatives, and it's exciting to see all the young talent that we have. These are the emerging names that we're going to see potentially for decades to come in Australian basketball. So these are the formative steps that we can see just before they hit that next step of their career. I'm very excited to see it, Travis.
That's it. This is for most of them will be their first nationals or second nationals. For some who are lucky to come here as bottom age players. But again, great to see the interstate clubs back in attendance after a couple of years of COVID affected which teams are attending nationals. And as both teams get introduced here, just looking at some of the star players which we've had given to us as a heads up prior to the tournament. And for the New South Wales Metro girls, Jessie Mayhall, Bankstown Bruin representative player, solid skilled guard with great speed. Definitely going to be one to look out for. And hopefully a leader for the New South Metro girls.
And then we see the Queensland North players, their starting lineup there as well. We've got Bond, Bobingoe, Brown, Jensen and Pearson. So they'll be looking forward for their first game of the competition and ready to start with a winning foot, because that's the important thing. Anytime you're in a carnival competition like this, you've got to start with positive momentum, because it's very easy to get into bad mindsets if the first one up is a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a nice loud crowd here in for New South Wales Metro, bringing the energy, and just looking forward to what should be an exciting clash. Both sides pretty evenly matched up in terms of size.
Yeah, and we see the Metro girls now making their way onto the court here, affectionately known as the Senate at Warwick Stadium as part of the NBL 1 West competition. And it'll be interesting to see how this game is decided, because it's first time out. They won't know about how each other plays, because that will come as the week comes, but you'll see a lot more of the mingling and seeing all the games. So exciting to see what happens the first time out for these guys.
Yeah, that's the toughest part for the coaches. No scout available. You just got to learn on the fly and adjust as needed, and hope your players can do so as well. 2 minutes here until we have tip-off. Wherever you're joining us from, either interstate, here locally in WA or internationally, we hope you enjoy this afternoon's broadcast, and should be a fantastic clash.
We see the Queensland North team there. One player to keep an eye out there is Adriana Francis. She's the sister to current Opal, Kayla Francis. So it's always interesting when you see these younger siblings come out and play. Sometimes there's a bit of unfair expectation on them, or whether or not some revel in that and say, yep, cool, bring it on, I'm better than my brother or my sister, or some people that might get in their head a little bit. So it's always interesting to see those familiar names on the hardwood here at the juniors. We
were just talking about that off here, which is a great throw with young Dyson Daniel's younger brother playing for Vic Country, as they had a win earlier here today. So it is Kayla Francis, a very good player for the Opals, and so see if the younger sister can represent the family well here in their first game for the tournament.
I have no doubt about that. You have to be a high-quality basketballer to make it to the Nationals, to get that selection. So it's going to be great to see this high-quality talent, the best of the land, in action here in Warwick at Western Australia, thanks to KO Freebies.
And in the final seconds here of warm-up, Queensland just getting some last-minute instructions. Nice crowd in. You wouldn't be able to tell it from that side of the camera, but on the main grandstand there's a good crowd here on both sides. Should be a great little atmosphere here.
Yeah, Sunday Arvo. It is filling up. As you say, that particularly doesn't do it justice. There's a lot of movement around, a lot of excitement and energy here in the stadium. A lot of courts, everyone on display. We're almost ready to go.
The referees Baxter and McWaters look to get us underway here. Queensland in their native maroon, New South in their light blue, good old state of origin matchup.
Yeah, we had the Rugby League State of Origin here in Western Australia, so familiar to these two colours going head-to-head here in the last week or so.
As we just getting some stats sorted out on the live stats end of the score bench here at Warwick.
Important stuff, last minute red tape, checking some boxes.
And we're good to go. And it's New South winning the tip. Quick, open play, 2 points to number 6.
Yeah,
Hall opens up the scoring for New South Wales.
We're told to look out for Jessie May Hall, and it only took a matter of seconds.
Strong rebound inside from Queensland, and the putback there, number 15, Francis.
It's always good when the prep work comes to fruition. Straight away, the two players were told to keep a keen eye on, already in the action, the thick of it.
Making the high-performance coaches look great. And it's New South Wales with the ball now. Nice little stutter move. Can't get the layup, but great little hesitation to lose the defence. Queensland now in transition. Nice ball reversal. Skip out, 3 points. And nails the 3.
That looked spot on as soon as it left their hands. Absolutely brilliant shooting form, and that will be a confidence booster there for Perkins. For Bobongi, sorry.
Bobongi, yep. It's a very popular name on the East Coast, especially out of Mackay in Queensland. Strong drive for New South Wales. They can't get the layup to fall. Great defence early from Queensland North. And they're coming back down in transition. Nice hands by New South Wales. It'll be Queensland ball from the baseline.
Interesting there, Bobongi. They're obviously the outer range shot earlier on, but not afraid to drive in hard and try and bring into that contact.
Nice little post play there from Queensland. Can't get the shot to fall, and it's New South Wales now out in transition. Oh, looks to find the post. Nice spin move. Hard defence inside. And not a whole lot of half-court offence at the moment being run by Queensland. And maybe just need to settle down and get a good look next time, as it's New South Wales Metro now with the ball. Pick and roll action doesn't get done. Reversal, weak side corner for 3. Straight over the hoop.
It's a good look, good ball movement as well. Unfortunate not to complete the transaction there.
And New South Wales in somewhat of a matchup zone, 2-3 zone. Great defence by Blajerk from New South Wales. Queensland struggling to get a nice attack on the basket. And it's New South Wales back out with the ball in transition. Turnovers really costly early, Eric. It's pretty scrappy.
Yeah, some early jitters here, looks like, from both teams. Just some decision-making that needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but good anticipation from the defences of both sides.
Referees letting them play, they're very physical. And in saying that, commentators curse, foul called.
Maybe they stands while they could stands. They couldn't stands no more of the contact there, Travis.
And Jennifer Maley called for the foul for New South Wales. It'll be Queensland North ball from the baseline. Nice execution there. Nice up screen and then flashback for the ball. And it was the Queensland head to the line, 2 shots.
Yeah, that was drawn up very nicely. It was exactly how the coach would have liked to have seen it happen. And it was only contact that was going to stop that basket from falling.
Adriana Francis now heading to the line for Queensland North, 2 shots. Nails the first. And misses the second. And yet again, it's the star player from New South, Hall, coming up, pulls up for 3. Great shot there, Jess Hall.
Lovely to see Hall take that. Earlier on, there was an opportunity for her to take it, hesitated a bit, and it led to a turnover. Had the opportunity and took it with all hands open.
Queensland into this on-step. Physical play there from the New South Wales defence. And it results in a foul in transition.
You can see already Jesse Mayhall likes to move the ball quickly, very quick up the court. So you want to make sure that you stifle that and bring them into the positions that you're looking to move them to.
Speaking of Jesse Mayhall with the ball now, coming off the screen. Once again, Hezzy, great pass inside. And 2 points to Jennifer Melee for the New South Wales Metro girls. And they lead it by 1, 7-6. 6:30 left in the first quarter. Great defense yet again from New South.
Oh, that is tremendous to gather that one back in.
And smart double team. And held ball call. Possession arrow will go Queensland North way. And Queensland North just starting to struggle with the physicality of the New South Wales on defence.
Yeah, it looks like New South Wales just hustling a little bit harder there.
As it's ball on the wing, and considering what they've haven't called earlier, it's somewhat of a soft foul, but
well, it's the first day of the championship. Sometimes the officials need to warm into it as well.
That's a fair point.
Obviously, the best of the best out here as well.
Subs for New South Wales, and the foul they're called on Freya Bekirk for New South Metro. As the ball comes off the leg of Queensland, it'll be New South Wales ball.
Yeah, Metro here have been very active on defence. They're really getting up in the face of the Queensland North players, so not giving them time to settle into the game.
It's Perkins now, running point for New South Metro. Kick out, Hall in the corner. Back-to-back threes for Jessie May Hall. She is leading from the front for New South Metro. They lead at 10-6.
Why would you ever hesitate if you got a shot like that? That was lovely work once more.
Queensland now moving the ball around. Francis looking for the pick and roll. Finds her on the low block, but yet again, great defence on that post by Bekirk.
Yeah, it's like an anaconda at the moment. They're just strangling them, not giving them any separation whatsoever.
Queensland North now looking to get a basket and get back into this one, trailing by 4. Nice defence by Jessie May Hall. Comes up with the steal, and it's New South in trends. Kicks ahead, mid-range jump shot, just long. And the size inside of Zoe Jackson just come into the game, causing Queensland North all sorts of problems straight away.
Second chance points are give a headache to a coach, but a third chance points, whoa, my goodness, get the Panadol ready.
Nice drive there, baseline for Queensland. Hannah Jensen just with a nice little one-handed floater. Queensland go back to Jackson on the post. Back out, 3 just wide. And another turnover for Queensland North.
Again, it's just really scrappy here from New South Wales Metro, and I mean that in the most positive terms. They're not letting any moment go past them, and they're not giving Queensland any let-up. So wasn't the shot they were probably looking for there, but the offense is looking well.
And ball goes out, reversal, 3 points. And foul in the act of shooting. It will see Ruby Perkins head to the line for 3 shots. And given the start that Queensland North have had defensively, can't be giving up foul shots to New South Wales Metro. Chance to open up this lead.
Yeah, a little too overzealous there, but you can see why they would do that when the running's been going New South Wales' way.
And Perkins knocks down the first. And to New South Wales' credit, they are shooting really well at the moment from the field and from the line.
It's the strength of the looks they're getting as well, not just the ability of the shooters themselves, but they are working the ball really well to actually get some nice shots off.
Absolutely. So it's New South Metro now leading by 7, 15-8. And the little floater inside, much needed 2 points for Taryn Bond.
Lovely footwork there, bamboozled them all.
And Ruby Perkins now running point. Back out, Perkins with the ball, comes off the pick and roll from Zoe Jackson. Really nice hesitation yet again. And 2 more points, Ruby Perkins.
Hesitation step, but the defense also looked hesitant there. Weren't sure where they were going to close her out, so...
Big block, Zoe Jackson. But nice hustle on the defensive end and the foul. Strong drive there for Queensland North. Andriana Francis comes up with the steal, draws the foul, and she'll hit the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, better signs there for Queensland. Out hustling the New South Wales Metro girls underneath the rim there. And that's the thing that you can do well, is you can out-effort your opponents, even if they have the running. You see that that lovely layup again. Great hesitation step there from Perkins.
Yeah, between her and Hall, they have that really nice hezzy just as they're coming through the elbow. It's a great little move to have in your repertoire. Speaking of Perkins, she gets New South back into transition again. And Abby Valance now with the ball, kicks it around. Great shot fake. The floater goes long, hard off the glass. And it's Queensland coming down with the ball in transition.
They've been generally patient as well. That wasn't a terrible look. Just didn't complete the execution of the shot.
It's pushing foul called on the play. And it will see team foul situation, New South North. Correction, Queensland North had to line 2 shots. Taryn Bond misses the first. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. It's Queensland North 12, New South Metro 17. 3 minutes left in the first quarter here at Warwick Stadium. The big, love to see it. Zoe Jackson puts the ball on the floor, attacks the ring, and gets rewarded. She'll hit the line. 2 shots.
That is just confidence play, backing you in your size. You can take on anyone who's standing in your way. And you know, more often than not, if you're going for the shot there, you're going to get the contact and send yourself to the charity stripe. Misses the first though, and we've seen this a little bit on both sides here, just not making the other team pay for getting them to the line.
Jackson goes 1 for 2, makes it a 6-point ball game. As big block by Jackson, great hands on it, and huge hustle there for New South Wales by Riley Essie. Perkins now with the ball. Kicks around. Essie left wide open. Can't knock that down, and Queensland come up with the boards.
That was looking like good defense there. We're getting up in their face and then just lapsed on the person on the outside.
And I must say, I've been impressed. Darren Bond really getting after it. That's her first points for the ball game, but continues to get paint touches. My apologies, that's her 7th point for the ball game. Looking at the wrong column there. But really a leader for Queensland North so far, trying to get them back into this ball game. Nice high-low action from New South Metro, and Queensland come up with another steal. As the reverse pirouette, love that little, she was looking at it. Erica Finney thought she was going to go on the right-hand side, came back and just threw it over her head off the glass, 2 points, and we're back to a 2-point ball game.
Oh, look at that clever work.
Ruby Perkins sold the
whole farm.
That one. She sold something. Mid-range baseline jumper doesn't go. And it's Perkins yet again coming down with the boards. Nice ball movement. And Essa for 3 knocks it down for New South Wales. Riley Essa.
That's when they're looking good, is when they're moving that ball quickly. We're finding that the Queenslanders are actually getting much more sturdy in defence in and under.
Great steal inside there Andriana Francis just had Zoe Jackson on toast on that low post. And a nice left-hand scoop layup. 21-18, New South leading it. And yet again, the lack of boxing out on the defensive end for Queensland North really costing them. New South Metro grabbing the rebound, getting fouled. They'll head back to the line for 2.
Yeah, the Queensland defence there was just almost set in stone. They had the concrete shoes on. They were in good position to begin with, and then when the shot went up, they just sort of just turned into a bit of statues there.
Subs for both teams, and it'll be Erica Finney for New South Metro heading to the line. 2 shots. Nails the first.
That's it. You want to make the defenders pay for that lap, so important for her to take full toll from the stripe.
And Finney goes 2 for 2 from the line. It's New South Metro 23, Queensland North 18. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Nice little hand in the passing lane there from Finney. Deflects out of bounds. Queensland ball from the side. 16 left on the shot clock. Pressure defense and just the 1% at the moment for Queensland, for New South Metro, really getting it done.
Again, they're bringing that high energy on defense, getting right up in the face of the Queensland North girls. And they're actually trying to frazzle them, trying to get them to make the poor decisions or not hold on to the ball with the complete control. So far, it's working for them.
As Queensland now in a match-up 2-3 zone. High-low action, Finney with the ball. Oh, unlucky there for Queensland North. Got the steal due to Mackenzie Brown, but just travelled as she lost her balance. New South Metro ball from the baseline.
Coach will be happy with that, though. That was just sheer will.
Into the post. Ball reversal. Double dribble on the play. Turnover. And it will see Queensland with a chance for the final shot of the first quarter. And big block yet again. And another turnover in transition, however. Kick ahead. Queensland can't make the layup. Dying seconds of the first quarter. Big 3. And Abby Valance can't make it. Quarter time here at under 16 junior championships. I'll try and get my mouth sorted sometime. And it's New South Metro leading Queensland North 23-18. Eric, what's your thoughts on the first quarter, mate?
Well, for me, the story has been the energy from New South Wales girls. They've been really high activity on defence, getting into the face of the Queenslanders. I've been really impressed by Melee as well on both ends of the court, using her size to create a bit of pressure as well, and really just getting the Queenslanders off their game a little bit. As we see, there's a little bit of energy from the Queensland girls that's not quite on point at the moment.
And just watching the replays here, a big highlight of the New South game in the first quarter was their transition action and just understanding to take the smart shot. Wasn't necessarily the first available option, but good ball movement and rewarding their girls running in trends. Yeah,
there we see Melee as well, who just completed that one there. And we're seeing there, they like to drive hard with a lot of speed. They've got very quick players in New South Wales Metro girls, but there'd be a lot to like from the Queensland North team towards the end of that quarter. They stepped up a little bit in the intensity there, trying to hustle the ball out of the hands of the Metro girls. And we saw them bring it back into a bucket, but 5 points being the margin here at quarter time.
And if you're Queensland North, I wouldn't say a worrying stat, but one that would definitely want to be of note, New South Metro, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. We're trying to keep them away from there as much as possible, and otherwise you're going to get shot out of the game pretty quickly. Yeah,
we spoke about that in the quarter, about making your opponent pay when you do get to the line. I mean, they're free throws for a reason, and they've done that really well. 6 from 7 is a great start for the game, and if they keep that going, well, Queensland are going to be even more hesitant about how they approach the driving players of New South Wales. We see that was a lovely reverse layup, and that was set up by just defence there to get such a quick transition.
Even the spacing by New South Metro is just again, willing to make an extra pass, get the better option. And Queensland started to warm up just late, and really good post move there by Francis just to finish off that quarter.
Yeah, well, we saw New South Wales Metro. They were more willing to share the ball around, and they were willing to use most of their options, where they seemed very centred, the Queensland North girls, on going hard at the basket, not really using the outside as often. So we'll see if that continues throughout the game.
And once again, this pressure defence from New South to open up the second quarter. And huge block there for New South Wales. Jennifer Mallet again, great work inside.
Well, that's it. She is a presence already early in the piece.
Nice curl action there. And it is 3 points for Queensland North. And they make it a 2-point ball game.
Well, you like to see that. They're using the outside now. Only threw up 1 3-pointer in the first quarter and start early.
Jessie May Hall says, touche, whatever you can do, I can do as well. Knocks down her second to 3 for the game.
Yeah, she's looked good from the outside. You don't give her that time and space.
And Bond can't make the little baseline floater. And
there's that quickness again from Hall.
New South now with the ball, looking for the high post action. Can't get it. Ball reversal. Hall wide open on the weak side wing. She gets it now, 3, and she can't make it. She was open well before she actually received the ball there.
I think she was making herself a cup of tea. That's how long she was unattended.
As Queensland North with the ball now. Darren Bond just loses the balance. Nice recovery ball movement from Queensland North to 3. Long off the iron. It'll be New South Metro ball.
Unlucky from Bond there. Had the slip and had 3 people come after, but still had the composure to get it out to the open person rather than just panic throw, which can sometimes happen. You panic throw it. Sometimes luck's a fortune. It bounces out of bounds off the opponent, but she did really well to make sure she got it to one of her open players.
As Hall now with the ball. Reversal to the corner. And it's Thompson can't make the 3. And strong drive. Gets blocked at the ring.
We're going to have to look at switching that up. The New South Wales Metro have got a strong presence, and they can't just keep driving in against that tall timber.
Thompson now with the ball. They get the ball inside. Kicks back out. Back to Thompson up the top of the keyway. Strong defence by Queensland North. Turnover in 2s. And now it's Bond in trans. Spins on Hall. Great work. Taryn Bond draws the foul. And she'll hit the line for 2.
Yeah, that came about from the footwork of Bond. Managed to sucker in her opponents there to get that contact. But again, they're just showing almost a one-track mind when they're in transition. And for mine so far, the best play they've used this quarter was the one off the inbounds where they were forced to actually use the outside. So it's going to come off this way, but that's just based on the great footwork of Bond.
And I think a couple of Bond's teammates could take a leaf out of her books. She's been very aggressive, getting some paint touches, and if Queensland North are going to get back in this one, they need to follow her lead and just get that mindset changed to a bit more aggressive, as it's New South Metro now with the ball. Valance on the weak side wing, looking to go on the patented triangle action. Strong work inside.
Melee again, showing she can keep doing it on both ends of the court. Just outbodied her opponent and used that strength to advantage.
Ball reversal for Queensland North. Nice rip through, but hands again. Great steal by New South Wales. A little bit out of control there. Rips through, and it will be a baseline ball for New South Wales. Lucy Mead there. Just nice way not to overthink the double team. Gets through the gap.
She looked like when you've got a very tight Ziploc bag there, she still managed to wriggle her way through and get out there into the open as we get a timeout call.
It's all about those slight openings, Eric. All about the little ones. Great work. 6-point ball game. And for a while there, I thought New South Metro were going to just start to pull away. They had the ascendancy for a lot of that first quarter, but Queensland just hanging in there. And if they can start to get some confidence on the offensive end, could make a real game of this one.
Yeah, that's where Queensland North will, not be truly content so far, but they'll be happy that they're still within 5 points here, because it has looked like New South Wales Metro has had the running, but the scoreline maybe doesn't suggest that as much as the open play has done. And we've seen here Jessie May Hall, that lovely shot on the outside. And when they get that spacing, they have got the shot makers to pull off some damage. But there's Melee again. Look at her go in and under there, just outsizing and out-muscling her opponents. And good to see her get some reward on the offensive end there.
Nice stuff when she uses her body. There's no real hint of an offensive foul. It's just strong work, bang it out, and then once she realises she's got the opening, gets up, goes to work, and does what she does best.
And that's why I mentioned strength. Strength doesn't have to be like this huge force, this push or nudge or something like that. It's just having strength and being able to get into good positions and making your opponent get around you. And that's what she's done really well. And she's also got some love on the defensive end as well. So she's got a couple of blocks there that we've seen as well.
As New South Wales going with a nice little flat action out, and great pass. Jessie May Hall, she is something to watch out for these under-16 championships, folks. She was going to look up for her third three, thought better of it, and finds Melee inside. 2 points as Queensland answer back. 2 points on their own.
It's a highly contested shot, but there was just a lot of ability and skill there to knock that one in.
And this great matchup inside. That was a little bit of shake and bake from Melee. Had Adriana Francis guarding her. Showed it left, turned, pivoted right, knocks down the fadeaway. New South Metro leading by 8 as the 3 goes up. No one inside for the boards, and it's Jessie May Hall kicks ahead. And hint of a Queensland hand there, but nothing called by the referee. Subs for New South Metro. Abby Valance will sit down.
Just a little too much spinach earlier on today. A little bit, the muscles are going there. A little too fast to reel in, even for her own teammates.
Pre-game carbs get into that lasagna. And it's Taryn Bond now going to work on Hall. Strong rip through. And that's another foul on Hall. It's going to be at least her second, if not third. Oh, no, they've caught her on number 14 for New South. So.
Oh, I think she'll be breathing a sigh of relief there, Hall, because as soon as that whistle went, she had that look on her face. It's like, surely not. And the referee said, yeah, no, it wasn't.
And it's Taryn Bond now to the line. 2 shots. Beautiful little action there. Nice routine. Knocks down the first.
She's leading all comers now on the court. That takes her up to 12 points.
Has been a strong leader for for Queensland North. And it's Jessie May Hall now, kick ahead. And strong reverse layup. Great work by Freya Bekirk.
Well, that's the thing. We've said that they like to share the ball around, but they're certainly not hesitating when it comes to moving quickly, and that's based on the vision and the passing ability of Hall.
She's definitely their floor general, and when she has to score, she does. There's really nice drive there by Shane Babongi. Nice little up and over move, and gets the right hand flush. What a pass.
Melee showing some flaws. I didn't know they existed so far in this game. Be admonishing herself for that one.
Taryn Bond. At the moment, there's not a lot of offense from Queensland North, but it's a simple one to get her the ball on the wing, and she really is keeping them in this ball game at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment they're looking like a basketball video game where it's on the low level and you just hit that top button just to sprint and see if you can get past the opposition. But when you got someone who can take it to the rim as hard as Bond, it might be effective.
Very effective when she's shooting pretty well from the foul line. Also knocks down the first 6-point ball game. Travis Young, Eric McFarlane with you. Thanks to KO Freebies. We hope you're enjoying the coverage as Bond goes 2 for 2 from the line. Subs for New South Metro. Nice colourful shoes there too, Eric. A bit of lime green and I don't know what sort of pink you'd call that on.
Well, there's a lot of different colours out there. You've got the KO Freebies audience looking at it, so you want to have your best kicks on.
You do. You really do. As Queensland in trans again.
That speed again from Jessie May Hall. Seeing that speed on both ends of the court there. Pearson was just running down almost like a Sunday stroll here in Western Australia and just couldn't hear the footsteps of Hall. And I dare say that's not going to be for the first time or the last time at this championship that Jessie May Hall is going to catch people unawares.
Speaking of Jessie May Hall on the drive, pulls up, short mid-range, can't get to the four. Follows up a shot though, gets the boards, can't make the second action off the glass. And now, in transition, Queensland North, Adriana Francis kicks the ball off. Not a whole lot of ball movement away from the ball. Outside of Bond. Dumps it off, and the friendly roll doesn't go. New South Metro coming up with the boards.
What hurt them there was it seemed like they wanted the crowd to come and make the shot harder. It was a bit odd.
Yeah, they almost waited for the defense to get there. Completely agree with you.
It's like reception in the country there. Just poor communication between the two New South Wales Metro girls.
Clearly not Telstra customers. As what a crossover from the top of the Keyway. And beautiful drive there. Cheyenne Babongi. Hint of the old Tim Hardaway killer crossover up top. Gets the defense sold and gets to the line for two.
Yeah, deserved a bucket, that one. That was lovely, lovely handles. Look at that footwork. Just draws in the defender and goes hard to the basket. And the only thing that New South Wales Metro could do was foul her to stop the lay-in. As
Queensland North call timeout, they trail 29-34, 4:22 left in the first half here at Warwick Stadium.
They're seeing some running repairs as well there. It's a high-octane game, maybe just it's an errant limb, and we'll get that one patched up.
I'm loving the matchup, though, between Jessie May Hall and Taryn Bond, the two elite guards at this level, and really leading the way for both their teams. And it's fun to watch for such a young, the under-16 championship, two future leaders.
Yeah, that's it. Well, with Hall, what's been impressive has been the speed on both ends of the court. I've loved watching that. But for Bond, it's the step. It's a great basketball awareness to look at where the defence is set and manage to step through it there. So it's been exciting to watch those two go at it. It's looking for a little bit more support, I would say, from some of the other players there, the Queensland North, because the way that they're running their offense, it just seems to be run hard at the target. And with the way that they're being boxed out of it there by the bigs of New South Wales Metro, they're going to have to look for some different methods and different avenues to the basket. It comes off now for the base of like a really great move, but that one is more so than the exception than the rule.
And they're still not running really anything offensive-wise, whereas you look at when New South Metro get in the half court, they're prepared to get the ball through hands, get some down screens, actually run some structured offense, whereas at the moment it's a lot of ISO play and hoping that individual skill will keep them in the game.
Yeah, exactly right, Travis.
As Babongi knocks down the second of her free throws, Queensland North trail 30-34. New South Wales Metro leading for most of it as easy as you like. Perkins just goes in with the left hand and she makes it a 6-point ball game. Nice weak side cut. Floater goes in. 2 points. Leah Pearson.
Good composure there. It looked like she wanted to make that extra pass, but saw the opening and took it.
As New South running this nice little horn set, finds Jessie May Hall for three. A rare miss for her in this first half.
Yeah, very fortunate there from the Queensland North girls. Just caught napping there again on D.
Bond, reverse, kick out, Adriana Francis, three. And it's a 1-point ball game all of a sudden. Queensland staying in it. And
the nap is contagious there. That was just way too much space to be giving her from beyond the arc.
Jessie May Hall can't find the post. And Ruby Perkins drives, gets blocked, comes up with her own rebound, but she can't finish off. Queensland with a chance to take the lead here. Perkins, that aggressive defense, as is Jessie May Hall. She gets the steal, 2 points. It's the physicality of the two guards for New South Wales Metro, which are definitely keeping him in the lead in this one.
Also the high IQ there, anticipating what pass was coming. But there we go, asleep at the wheel again. Very fortunate that didn't make them pay.
Yeah, it would have been nice if Francis just took a little bit longer there as smart heads up play, Taryn Bond. And I'm loving the fact that those two are matched up on each other right now. It's a highlight of this game as subs for both teams here. And
so just looking here, we're seeing that the Queensland North girls just no answers at the moment for Jessie May Hall's awareness, and she gets a reward after a great interception.
As you touched on that last play for Queensland North, though, Eric, leaving Adriana Francis wide open after she just knocked down the three. playing with fire a bit if she starts to catch a fade, as you say, and light up, because she has proven she can shoot that long ball, as Ruby Perkins can't get the floater to drop, and it is Francis pulling in the defensive board. 3-point ball game, 2:30 left in the first half here. Bond now with the ball in the high elbow. And hesitation, did not overthink it whatsoever. Taryn Bond leading from the front for Queensland North. It's back to a 1-point ball game.
We're seeing ability over structure at the moment, and it's working well for Taryn Bond.
Ball reversal, Abby Valance, 3 points. She can't knock it down, and Queensland North come up with the boards.
Just lapsing on that D again, but maybe they're happy for Valance to take the shot rather than Hall.
And Bond winning the ball at the elbow. Babongi with the crossover again, and she is getting it done. Cheyenne Babongi.
Seen that a couple of times now from her.
That nice little quick crossover she has, and it's Queensland North for the first time leading it by 1. As Valance again for 3, knocks down this one and puts New South Wales Metro back in front, 41-39.
Yeah, maybe took offence to the fact that they were allowing her to shoot the other one, so she's like, well, you've got to be aware that I can nail it from down here too.
As Babongi tries to answer back, shoots it long, and it's Jessie May Hall in trends, looks up, finds her teammates, and easy as you like, 2 points.
Good spacing again there. Managed to draw her opponent into it to give Finney plenty of room to finish that.
As ball reversal now, it's Taryn Bond. No help defense whatsoever. Can't drop in the layup. Somewhat of a surprise on that one. It's Ruby Perkins now in trans. Deflection from Queensland North. But Bongi couldn't reel it in. Jessie May Hall now right in front of the Queensland bench. Finds Jackson. Kicks back out to Hall. Hall with the starter. Beautiful move. And the floater, nothing but net. 2 points. And New South Wales Metro.
She sold the candy and Queensland North was left with nothing but the wrapper.
Bond now reverses. Ball up top for Queensland North. They look for the pick and roll. Nice action. And foul called on the play. It'll be against Jessie May Hall. Hands foul called. Team foul situation. It will see Queensland North head line for 2.
Yeah, she obviously didn't agree with the call. It's turned into one of those, clowns you see at the Royal Show Carnivals and just moving head side to side. Didn't believe that was the accurate call, but it did look like there was a fair bit of contact there.
More importantly, though, that's her 3rd foul for the game, and that's a huge one. Because if she comes on in the 3rd and gets a 4th, that's a lot of leadership that suddenly goes away for New South Metro. As Francis can't go 2 for 2, but it's the lady at the moment, Bond for Queensland North, coming up with it, and then steal for Ruby Perkins for New South Metro. Ball out to Valance in the corner. She just knocked one from there. Finds Perkins though. She shoots. She nails it. 3 points, Ruby Perkins. It's an 8-point ball game. 10 seconds left in the first half.
Well, if Hall is the general, Perkins is the lieutenant general.
As 3 points can't go for Andriana Francis, and an exciting first half comes to a finish here. Under 16 girls action at the Australian Junior Championships. It's New South Wales Metro 48, Queensland North 40.
Yeah, it was a back and forth quarter and back and forth half there. It looked like for a fair point over there, Queensland North were starting to get the ascendancy. But for mine, it's still the offense is just overly reliant on the individual brilliance of some of their players to get in hard at the basket. And I think if they were to, change it up, and we see this set play here that they had, which was just great teamwork, great connections. Yeah, sure, it's an individual bit of brilliance to finish it with the shot, but it was just more structured, and they've looked more dangerous when they've been doing that rather than just relying on star players. You see Jessie May Hall, she's been shooting the lights out. They've been looked to close her out. 3 fouls, though, is going to be an important storyline in the second half. But you see, again, that ball movement and having to share it around. Malay has been great on both ends of the court, their big presence.
And I love this little flat set here. Reversal out, bang, and wide open. And that pass, just the vision was fantastic.
Yeah, and that's when we talk about her being the general, Jessie May Hall, of this look at the pass there. Sets it all up, and I think the team has a really good understanding of what they're expected to do on offense there, what sort of positions they need to get to. Whereas it seems like Queensland North has been, our position is to get the heck out of the way. So it is interesting seeing these two contrasting styles, but we're seeing some high quality basketball, and it's well and truly still a tight tussle.
And again, the heady move from Bobongi that time, but it's the play, and I guess it's the unpredictability of Bobongi and Bond for Queensland North, which are keeping him in the game, because the Health defence is very lacklustre for New South Metro when the two guards actually penetrate and get paint touches.
Yeah, we see there. It's a lot of the shots that we're seeing in these replays are tough shots as well. So they're really just putting the working boots on and trying to get through. That was much better as we got to Francis sinking that from the outside. That was good. She drew in the crowd and wasn't afraid to then use other teammates rather than go at the basket. But Hall with the awareness, the IQ to cut that one off at the pass and get some reward instantly.
And this was one of the few times that they ran a set. Nice little horns set at the elbow, and Bond again, not overthinking it.
A tough finish though, another tough finish.
Yeah.
So you can't expect to have huge high quality percentages from the field goal range if you're going to rely on tough finishes all the time. Yeah, we are at the Nationals here. These are the best basketballers of their age group, so they're going to have a ton of ability. But you just want to make it a little bit easier for yourself. It doesn't have to be a struggle all the time, Travis.
No, that's it. You look at the contrast in how many open shots that New South Metro have had in comparison to, I would say, 90% of the shots that Queensland North have had. They've definitely been contested. So something for New South Metro definitely to take away from. Something I've actually noticed too, the New South Wales Metro, a lot of their offences off to the right-hand side of the court. It's I don't know if it's just happened that way, but everything happens to one side of the court at the moment for them. So something interesting to watch. Again, second half, and even for the rest of the week, if opposition teams scout that a bit more.
Yeah, that's it. Well, this game being readily available on KO Freebies, this is a little bit of wherever the teams are at the moment, they can jump onto their devices and see that one and see a very clear pattern emerging with how New South Wales Metro like to play the game.
Interesting stat there for the second quarter that New South Wales Metro didn't get back to the foul line after quarter time, so that's interesting. Like much improved defence from Queensland North.
Yeah, certainly. Yep, and certainly we're seeing a lot of great action from the girls now, and we'll see later on in the year in Sydney, the FIFA World Cup. Make sure you get your tickets.
What if there was a place where lifestyle and business needs connected, where innovation was celebrated, talent was embraced, and business wasn't just about a transaction? How do you find a place where all of this can be your reality? We found it for you, here in Joondalup, Western Australia. You'll have access to the most beautiful coastline. Digital innovation is world-class. Education and training are limitless. Partnerships are creating history, and business needs are supported no matter how big or small. Be a part of this global community. Now is the time. Connect with your future.
And we're back here, under 16s Nationals, New South Wales Metro up against Queensland North, and some of the stats at the halftime break. And impressive shooting from both teams from the field, 43% from the field for the New South Wales Metro girls, and Queensland North just shy of that 41%. But much better than what was in the first quarter for Queensland North. Much better shot production, and rebounds pretty even as well there.
I think that some of those stats kind of belie what we're seeing there in terms of New South Wales Metro Girls 11 assists versus Queensland North 9 assists. Because what we've been seeing is Queensland North have been trying to get it heavy into the paint first and almost working that ISO and just one-on-one play, but they're obviously getting that pass in there initially just to bring about that individual brilliance, where New South Wales Metro Girls have been much more willing to share the load across the team there when they're getting boxed in against 2 or 3 down low, happy to dish it back out to the outside. There was only one 3-pointer shot by Queensland North in the first quarter, and then they did up that production, so not as much as the New South Wales Metro Girls, though.
No, and even looking at the rebound stats and points in the paint's a surprising one, 22 points all. I would have thought that the New South Wales Metro Girls would have had a bit more from the field outside the paint, but just shows the evenness and I guess the domination that New South Wales Metro had with their bigs inside, with Jackson and Melee inside.
Yeah, but they haven't been afraid to throw it in there, as to your point there. Jessie Mayhall has 4 assists, and a lot of that is saying, yeah, I'm backing my teammates in the paint, so it's that vision to actually get it in there. And a couple of those fast break players as well, the way that they move the fence with them and manage to get an open person there to get an easy layup as well.
Interesting stat there, being very friendly with each other with 7 turnovers each. I thought it might have been a little bit higher than that, but still, considering the scrappiness and the nervousness of both players or both teams at the start of the game, it's evened out now, and now it's just very much an athletic duel between 2 sets of guards from both teams who are doing really well, and then every now and then the bigs from New South just dominating inside.
Yeah, and we see the duo that the duel we've liked seeing is Bond v Hall. They're both leading the scoring respectively for their teams. So Jessie Mayhall has 15 of New South Wales' 48, and Bond has 16 of Queensland North's 40, and a lot of that has been just in and under there. They have been leaving Francis on the outside, the New South Wales Metro Girls, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not they allow that to happen. Made them pay once, but certainly playing with fire to keep her out there, so it's also going to need a willingness from Queensland North to maybe move their head around a little bit and not just be so basket focused when they get into the paint.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an interesting second half, and if Queensland North can just get that momentum back and reduce this margin early, it should make for an exciting 2 quarters of basketball. As we said, we hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you are joining us from. KO Freebies action coming to you. We've got one more game on our coverage tonight, which will be NT and ACT men to follow this one, and we'll be having, I think there's about 8 commentators of us, Eric, during the week up here enjoying the beautiful northern suburbs.
Well, it seems like we've got a travelling circus, which is very much appropriate here for this carnival-like atmosphere throughout the entire Warwick Stadium. So not just here on Court 1 where we're seeing all the action live and free on KO Freebies, but there's a lot of movement, a lot of colourful stuff going on around the centre. So the real excitement here as we kick off the Under-16 National Championships.
And if you are in the Perth region or in the southwest, by all means, try and get up to a day here, I should say. It's great to see some of the amazing talent that we have from around the country all coming together in one location. And it's good to get them on this side of the Nullarbor and seeing the talent that we have in Australia.
And if you're not in the side of this Nullarbor, there's still plenty of time to book a flight. WA, great place to be. So, we've still got another week of action here. So make sure you get on down, whether it's here live in Warwick Stadium or following along on KO Freebies.
Second half action just about to get underway. It will be a New South Wales ball from the side. They lead at 48-40 as the second half gets underway here at Warwick Stadium. And a bit of pressure defence there from Cheyenne Bavongi.
Yeah, trying to just get in their face a bit more already.
And turnover. Nice hands there, and just the perceived pressure from Queensland.
That's great anticipation from Jensen. Could almost see that play unfolding in front of her eyes and could see where that ball was going to go and positioned herself between ball and opponent perfectly.
As it's Bond now, finds Jensen on the wing, and great hands in there by New South Wales, gets the steal. Abby Valance now running point, kicks it off to the weak side. And 2 points, Ruby Perkins.
Yeah, just absorbed the contact there. Didn't seem to phase her at all. Almost invited it.
Wabongi now with the ball on the wing. Gets through somehow. Can't make the layup. And it's New South Wales in transition. Perkins can't make the floater. Adriana Francis pulls in the rebound.
He just needed a little bit more elevation on that one.
And travel called on the step through. Wasn't sure there was much in that, but travelling violation called.
Again, we're seeing the same sort of offense here, just sort of running at the target. There's some clarification being sought regarding that call.
Happen to agree with the Queensland coach, but moving on. As it's Perkins now running point for New South Wales. The little hesitation, head fake, beautiful work. Jessie May Hall comes off the screen from Melee and knocks it down. 2 more points.
Yeah, good step, but also the speed as well. She was well past her opponent before they realised it.
Babongi, strong drive. She can't finish it off. Melee with the defensive board. And comes off the foot of Cheyenne Babongi for Queensland North. It'll be a New South Wales Metro ball.
We've seen that a couple of times from Babongi, not afraid to go in hard, as with the rest of her team there. But sometimes those shots, it looks like she's increasing the degree of difficulty on each one.
As it's Perkins now running point, finds Hall on the weak side. Hall with that first step and can't get the friendly roll. Met hard at the basket.
You always love that reaction of, oh my goodness, that was a great play. Oh, and the ball didn't sink there. So they don't get to add 3 to the total there. But as we take a look now, look at that space. It's barely there, and she just works her way through with great aplomb.
Joanessa Villiamu meeting her strongly at the basket, and she misses the first.
She should be kicking herself with that one. Did all the hard work and now has missed the free shot, free lick of the ice cream.
Nails the second, takes her tally to 18 points for the ball game. And New South Wales Metro, arguably with their biggest lead of the game, 53-40. 8 minutes left in the third quarter here. 3 points for Queensland, much needed 3 points.
Again, we see the spacing there and being willing to use the person who's made themselves open, and we get 3 points for it here.
Again, one of the rare times they run an offense, and they actually do look good when they run an offense. As the high-low action, Melee just bumpers it, but nice recovery. And strong rebound inside there from Villiamu. Draws the foul against Melee.
Yeah, only the second personal foul for Melee, which is surprising in terms of how much of a presence she is in there. So she obviously knows how to control her body well, but as we see here, that lovely look to the outside and the three-pointer go down. And
Bond on the drive. Steps through. Strength from Taryn Bond. Rips it through. 2 points. Makes it an 11-point ball game.
We spoke about the state of origin early in the piece there. She almost looked like she had the ball under her arm, was just trying to run through a defensive line. That was just strength and will.
As Perkins moves the ball around, Abby Valance with the ball finds Jessie May Hall. That spin, which she does so well. Great defense from Bond. What a matchup that is, as it's Hannah Jensen now.
Yeah, Bond versus Hall, sign me up for that for a decade. It's been a great battle so far.
And Babongi in the corner, just long off the iron. And what a pass. Melee outlet pass, touchdown. Jessie May Hall, 20 points for the game. And it's a 10-point ball game. New South Metro up.
Yeah, that was the old quarterback pass. Lovely work.
Hannah Jensen gets the ball stolen yet again. 2 quarterback passes in a row. And I thought there might have been a timeout coming there for Queensland North, as Jessie May Hall really starting to put her foot on this game.
Well, both those passes were effective in the way that they could throw it pretty far out in front of Hall and back in her pace to get there. So that was not going to put the defence in any position to try and stop it or even give contact. Bond
in the corner, 3 points. Taryn Bond keeping Queensland North just in touch. Makes it the 9-point ball game, 48-57. 6 minutes left in the third quarter, as Melee just out-hustles Queensland North. And Aaron Hand in there knocks the ball over the baseline. New South Wales Metro ball from the baseline. Subs for both teams coming in.
Melee comes off after stuffing her stats there with an offensive rebound. Almost looked like she passed it to herself to do that, but she'd be disappointed she wasn't able to get some reward for her own efforts there. She deserves a few more points based on the way that she's been a presence down there.
And Jessie May Hall gets a well-deserved rest as well. As the kick out to the weak side, Abby Valance very long with the three. Cheyenne Babongi comes up with the rebound. And it's Babongi in trans. Just gets through. Strong work inside. Score is good. Andriana Francis. And a great setup there by Cheyenne Babongi. 2 points for Queensland North.
Yeah, it was great vision there to get it underneath there. It looked like she'd pushed herself too far underneath the hoop, but had to do a ton of work there to body herself in and under. And we see the head in the hands from the New South Wales defence. They thought that they had pushed her right across that baseline, but that is just pure ability that she's been able to work her way from out.
And Francis, great shot from the foul line. And yet again, we're back to a 6-point ball game. Queensland North just doing whatever they have to stay in it.
And here's the Lieutenant General. She's looked there we go, commentator's curse, but she's looked really great when she's been leading that offense.
And Babongi, what a pass yet again. And this time, Andriana Francis can't get the basket. But Babongi's really starting to warm up and show her skills here as this game progresses. Ball movement now from New South Metro. Valance with the ball, pick and roll action with her and Joey Jackson. Can't get that one done. Turnover, and Babongi now with the ball. Finds Bon on the wing. Taryn Bon kicks back out to Babongi, but the pocket rockets. Ruby Perkins, another steal, 2 points.
Yeah, Perkins, as I said, like when she's leading the offense there, she's just as energetic as any of her other teammates there. So what I like seeing is when you have the players that are dominating for your team take that break and take that rest, is seeing the system still stay in place. And although there was a couple of turnovers there trying to hit that same pass that they've been doing throughout the game, everyone's got that understanding that this is the way we play regardless of the personnel on the court. And it's a good signs early in this carnival here for New South Wales Metro.
Absolutely. They're, as you said, their systems, even though two of their starters aren't on, it's still remaining intact. There's great awareness from Ruby Perkins, and she's definitely no second fiddle. She's a leader in her own right for this New South Metro team. And I guess from a Queensland perspective, I'd love to see him with Jessie May Hall off, get the ball to either Bond or Babongi on a wing, as the Queensland New South Metro supporters find their voice here. But really try and find one of their really ultra-quick guards off the wing, use the fact that one of the better defenders aren't on the court at the moment, and really start to get those paint touches and reward for effort. Yeah,
good point. You mentioned the New South Wales Metro fans found their voice. They also found the utensils from the sound of it there. We've got some stainless steel drums being brought into the Warwick Stadium here. So
some accommodation places missing some pots and pans.
Better check their shared housing there. Just make sure that all the utensils are there and they get their bond back. But the bond that they'll be most concerned about right now is the one for Queensland North. As you said, this is a big opportunity for Queensland North, who have stayed in touch. And with the starters off the court, if they can get some headway into that 8-point margin, that's flirting with danger.
As Queensland get past the extended trap, Francis can't make that layup. Just starting to look a little bit tired there is Andriana Francis. And impressive defense. Hannah Jensen just stops the outlet pass. Now it's New South with the ball. Valance finds Perkins out in the corner. Mismatch and Valance. Sorry, my apologies. Perkins steps out of bounds. Nice walling up there from Andriana Francis for Queensland North. As Cheyenne Babongi gets a well-earned rest.
Paul is back on as well now. And yeah, Perkins ran out of tarmac and runs out of time on the court at the moment. And that is great pressure there from the New South Wales Metro girls. They really forced Jensen to try and move it wider and kind of got her feet caught out from under her.
Well, this is the first time, apart from maybe early in the first quarter, where as Jackson with the ball and all that see where the Queensland defence there. Just to touch on my point I was making, the first time that New South had really played that extended press since early in the first, so it'll be interesting to see how Queensland handle it as Adriana Francis goes long again. 3 points, 54-61. New South up by 7.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, twice, shame on you. Can't leave Francis out there.
And speaking of fool me once, fool me twice, the hezzy from Jessie May Hall yet again getting it done. 2 points.
I think she's going to fool people a trillion with that one over her career.
And it's Francis now. Ball reversal up to Jensen. Jensen finds Francis inside. Huge mismatch. Francis goes to work. And she's starting to take over inside. Mismatch causing all sorts of pain there for New South Metro.
We've seen a couple of times where she's been wanting to put that shot up, whereas it hasn't been the opportune space there. A couple of people around her, just not running position. But as you said, Travis, identified the matchup, the mismatch early, uses her strength and manages to convert as well. But misses the free throw.
That's the thing that's going to be telling in this is their free throw percentage, as Hall now kicks out to the wing. Ball reversal back up to Hall. Hall draws a foul against Taryn Bond. And it's the second team foul for Queensland North for the quarter. It will be a New South Metro ball from the side.
It was interesting at the start of that play there. Hall sort of nodded her head. I'm not sure if it was that Bond saying, you think you can stop me? Let's see how we go.
As Bond and Hall both now have 3 fouls. So that could be a telling stat as this game wears on. As Essa shoots the 3 ball. Banks it in off the backboard. Riley Essa, 3 points.
It might be Sunday, but the banks are open right now.
Bond now skip pass out to the wing for 3.
There appears to be an injury here, unfortunately, in the back court here.
The interesting one there, though, is the Queensland coach wanted the play to stop it. The ball's not up at that end of the floor. There's no onus on the referees to do so.
Yeah. I mean, but you can obviously see now, I think it's Sheriffs who's being assisted off the court at the moment. So, yeah, obviously bad enough that unfortunately you can't put any weight through that. So I think it's a wise decision. I know there's not a strong impetus that you have to, but it's a wise decision. Good sportsmanship all around from officials and players.
As Hall now with the ball, strong defense from Babongi, and New South turn over the ball. It's Queensland North in trans. And Jessie May Hall comes back up with another steal.
It's like that last level of whack-a-mole. You think they're all gone, and then all of a sudden they just pop up that last one, and that's what Jessie May Hall does. Just pops up when you least expect it.
For the new generation wondering what whack-a-mole is, just YouTube that one, guys.
Kids still go to the arcades, don't they?
Surely they do. Play video games before movies. As it's Queensland with the ball now, Babongi off the wing. And great steal. And now it's Jessie May Hall in trans. The in-out crossover. She is something else. Jessie May Hall. 2 more points. Takes her tally to 26.
Showing that even with her quickness, she's not afraid to embrace physicality there. Took the contact.
Cheyenne Babongi, strong drive, but Zoe Jackson says no deal inside. And ball goes out.
But we noticed that a couple of times with Babongi now. A couple of times that, because she has hit a couple of those where they've been tough shots, she's sort of backing herself in, which, you like to see that confidence from a player, but she was severely outmatched and outpositioned there against the likes of the New South Wales Metro there. Zoe Jackson is a tall unit and very hard to get past her if you're not in the right position.
And Viliamu now with the ball. Great hustle there. And Riley Essa, 2 points. She's been a great contributor off the bench for New South Metro. They lead it by 14, 1:40 left in the third quarter. As the pots and pans get loud here yet again for the New South fans. Ball kicks out in the corner. 3 ball doesn't go in for Adriana Francis. And 3 points doesn't go down. But inside, Jessie May Hall finds Jackson. Strong work inside on the O boards by Jessie May Hall. And it's a 16-point ball game, 1 minute left in the third.
Yeah, that seems to have come out of the blue, no pun intended. The fact that they've just got a roll on is now out to double digits.
As Riley Esser will get her hands caught in the cookie jar on that one. She thought she got away with it. Baseline ball would be 2 shots for team fouls.
Yeah, she would have got away with it if it weren't for that meddling referee.
As subs for smart. I like that sub from New South Wales. You've got 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Give your star player just that extra rest and maybe start her in the fourth. Smart work there by the New South coaching staff.
It was interesting though, because she was off the court earlier on, Hall. Queensland started to get a little bit of a run on it, so she may have been taking her break earlier on in the quarter, but it was wise coaching to bring her back on, regain the ascendancy, and look at that, just a high energy. New South Wales will not let any ball go dead. Every play is live to them.
And I think now with Queensland, it's even the perceived pressure.
Yep.
Like every time they get it, they turn, they think there's someone there. As the ball just comes off the forehead of Erica Finney. Maybe a bit of a falcon.
Yeah, it was a little bit there. She just had to put her hands out of there for self-preservation, let alone trying to create some offense.
As Finney nearly gets a steal, but what she can't do, Riley Esser does. Steal and just short arms the layup, and it will be a New South Wales ball from the baseline.
Head in hands there from Essie, who's just thinking, oh my goodness, I did all the hard part and then the layup just missed out there. But again, we're seeing that all throughout the entire squad here for the New South Wales Metro Girls. It's that same commitment to defence and that same anticipation. So, and Zoe Jackson again in and under there, like a periscope when she goes up, and you love to see it. Very successful down close to the rim.
As Bobongi now with the ball on the drive, can't make it, and it's New South Wales out in transition. Esther again, and she doesn't worry about going all the way to the basket. She thinks, all right, I'm going to go off floater this time, off the glass, 2 points, and it is a 19-point ball game all of a sudden. And that'll lead us three-quarter time here in this under-16s girls clash. And it's New South Wales Metro blowing this wide open late in the third. They lead at 76-57. And as you said on the coverage there, Eric, really out of the blue. But when they put their foot down late, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was a huge quarter there from New South Wales Metro. The fact that, again, it shows the quality of a very good side. The fact that Queensland North have been pushing them hard, and whilst they haven't had the finesse on their offensive game, they've been working hard and trying to out-hustle New South Wales Metro. But New South Wales Metro, what was really impressive in that third quarter is not only were they running great offense, but they were embracing that physicality on both ends of the court, and that's allowed them to open up the buffer. We see a lot of the Queensland points, just like that one there, has been tough going and just working hard, whereas New South Wales Metro are happy to pass it out, use their teammates on the outside. And there we go. Banks open up, special occasion there for Essie.
And I think even it's just the energy as we see here in transition. If they've got the ball and they kick ahead, it's making that one-on-one opportunity and really attacking the shoulder and trying to get to the basket as much as possible for New South Wales.
Even when the Queensland defence gets back, the fact that they still move the ball rapidly, it might not be straight up down the middle, it's around the outsides, but they're keeping the ball in motion and not allowing the Queensland players to get super set.
As Jessie May Hall leads all scorers, 26 points. That hesitation move she has, which is around the elbow, is just beautiful. And had it not been for the really good shooting from Andriana Francis, this could have been a lot wider quickly. Bond there with the nice floater. Bond was held pretty quiet in that quarter. I think the scout out of half time was just keep her off her right hand and see what she can do. But Bongi tried her hardest, but unfortunately for Queensland North, it's just a case of the elite guards from New South Wales Metro really did put their foot to the floor and have blown this one wide open.
Yeah, it's been the elite work and the pace as well. But again, Queensland, when they move the ball around and share it, they have looked good. So they've got the ability, just haven't been, I guess, I was going to say running the right offense, but in some cases hasn't looked like they've been running an offense.
No, when they play free ball, it actually probably looks better.
Yep.
Steal there for New South Wales. And Freya Burkirk, 2 points in those colourful shoes that we mentioned earlier during the second quarter.
Yeah, some serious shoe envy there, must be said.
As Riley Esther gets the ball out of bounds. And another steal for New South Wales Metro. Bounce pass. Freya McGurk, 2 points.
Well, that's unfortunate because that's what we've been wanting from Queensland North, is the fact that with the double team coming, use that person on the outside and just maybe a little bit unexpected or counter the proverbial chickens before they hatch. But a lot better there. You need to just acknowledge when you're in a position that is not advantageous, and you're not going to just always muscle your way through. So a bit better there, even though it resulted in a turnover.
Adriana Francis now with the ball. Ball reversal finds Taryn Bond on the weak side wing. Kick out Francis for 3. Misses that one long to the right.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise for New South Wales Metro. They would have been dreading seeing her out there all alone.
As the feather floater just can't fall. And that's going to be foul called on Melee. As Perkins will come back into the game for New South Metro.
We're going to see a bit more of Melee versus Francis. That's going to be, we've spoken a bit about Bond versus Hall, but Melee versus Francis. So that's also a very intriguing battle down low.
Speaking of it, there it was for a brief second as Bond drives. Nice hands in there by Melee, and it's New South Metro coming up with yet another steal. Ball reversal. Step through. Big block there by Francis. And quick hands. Taryn Bond on the drive. Freya McGurk with possibly a hands foul, but not called. 2 points, Queensland North.
Yeah, they caught New South Wales Metro unawares there, and it's a very good finish.
Mila Budnikov into the game, and nice little finish there at the rim.
Seeing Queensland North now put a lot more pressure on the ball carrier.
Riley Essa 3. Doesn't mind that little bank shot from deep. Can't get that one to fall.
No more extended trading hours on the weekend for her.
Leah Pearson now trying to get drive, but Ruby Perkins, that's defense locked down. Bond on the spin, hesitates, floater, can't get it to fall, but a foul is called on the play.
Yeah, I think she got bailed out there by the referee because it wasn't a great look, but very fortunate to get a little bit of contact there. I mean, she did all the hard work. Her footwork is amazing. We can't take away from that, but that is not a high percentage shot from where she is there, so very lucky to get the free throw there.
And she knocks down the first.
It's a fine line between trying to, win it all for your team and get them back into it,
yep,
but also looking for the smart percentage players. It's a very fine line because sometimes you acknowledge the champions and you go, oh my goodness, I can't believe they pulled out that shot and they rose to the moment, but
yep,
you've got to get some credits in the bank, so to speak. Before.
A bit of damned if you do, damned if you don't, but
yeah,
on the same token, like,
we're harsh critics, aren't we, Travis?
That's what we're getting not paid for. As Queensland now with the ball, they trail by 20. As Bond, strong drive again. Taryn Bond.
So that's strong, but I know that sounds silly, but that's a better look. She's
yes,
worked her way closer to the basket and backed in her ability in that contested possession. That's where she should be throwing the shots up from, even though it's tough. It's well within her wheelhouse.
And just understanding the difference, as you said, just the difference out of those two. As a nice little turnaround hook shot there for Lucy Mead. Opens her account, 2 points.
Just ran into a wall there. Looked like one of those great mazes.
I'm really impressed with that baseball pass, which has come off 4 out of 4 times for New South Wales. They throw it without any worry at all, and their runners are rewarding as Bobongi checks back in for Leah Pearson for Queensland North.
I will say you don't want to get on the wrong side of Lucy Mead. If you look closely, she was glaring at the official on the way down, expecting that call to be made. So wouldn't get on a wrong side there. She was anticipating that contact before she had even hit the ground.
Whatever you got to do for some calls, whatever you have to do. get it done. She knocked in the second, and it's New South Metro 83, Queensland North 62. 6 minutes left in the ball game here. Queensland now with the ball. Cheyenne Babongi ripped through from the wing. Can't get the little hook shot to fall. And ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Queensland North ball from the baseline.
Well, we saw them hit this delightful baseline play in the first half. I wonder if they are going to draw up something very similar to get someone open on the outside.
Girls, there it is. Bond with the ball. Can't kiss it off the glass. And huge block there by Melee. Came across from the weak side and just said, no, you don't. As Valance, really nice look trying to find Perkins' back door.
Yeah, Melee was saying, not in my house, and realised she was interstate.
Not in her rental. As Perkins comes up with the steal, Babongi can't save it from going out of bounds. It will be a New South ball from the baseline.
And it is good to see here, 21 points in front, that they're not letting up. There's always the conversation about how you finish a game when you have got a big lead, but we know that the points and the percentage are going to be very important as this carnival continues, and really sending a statement message.
Ball into the corner, and you cannot get that 1-2-4, can Abby Valance. As Taryn Bond called for a double dribble.
I don't think she believes it. But
going to be honest with you, I'm not sure I do.
Yeah,
But
I've never seen a referee change their mind, so you can be in shock or awe, but all you got to do is be in position for defence.
The commentator from the northern suburbs, us southerners, we just argue and see where we can get. As the ball now into the post, great ball movement by New South Metro. Corner three doesn't go. Melee with the rebound. I don't mind that at all. Was going to go up with two hands, went under the arms, went for the finger roll, gets fouled, she'll head to the line for two.
Yeah, that ball was launched so high, it looked like it almost got up to Broome, the amount of height and altitude she got on it. And if you are tuning in the rest of the country, we're giving a bit of Western Australia geography as we go along there. So it's an educational experience here on KO Freebies.
Google searches for Broome just spikes on a Sunday afternoon.
Like they need any help with their tourism, mate.
There's Melee now with the second of her free throws. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. And New South Wales Metro lead it 84-62.
That's one area to work on for Melee, is converting from the free throw line, is the fact that she is going to get a lot of contact given the way she plays. As Perkins finishes that one off, she's going to get a lot of contact down low the way she plays. So if she can make teams pay by going 2 for 2 more often than not at the line, then she's going to be a complete weapon here for New South Wales Metro.
Cheyenne Babongi can't make that one. And it's Abby Valance coming down with the defensive board. Kicks ahead, finds McKirk. And can't do anything off the wing, called for a travel.
Well, the footwork is being examined closely here by the officials here in this fourth quarter. Maybe it's a case sometimes when a bit of the lethargy comes into it late. Obviously the first game here as well for both teams, so still adjusting to what's going to be a hectic, fast-paced, packed week of basketball for them.
It's Bodden now with the ball on the weak side, wing away from the broadcast position here at Warwick Stadium. Tries to find Andriana Francis, nothing doing. Great skip pass ahead. Abby Valance, 2 points. 88-62.
New South Wales Metro showing they are the tunnel ball champions there. Went through a lot of sets of legs to get that basket.
Taryn Bond now with the ball. Nice defense from New South Metro. And yet again, Andriana Francis knocks down the long one. She can shoot for a big. That range is impressive.
Yeah, great range there from Francis. That's a huge weapon when your big can extend their range that far and create another avenue to the basket.
What a nice crossover there. Can't get it to fall, but the move itself was something else from Erica Finney.
Yeah, Finney's shown quite a bit there in her moments on offense. They're just lacking that final part of the execution there. But I've liked the way that she has gone about it there. Just good awareness of positioning. I
like the term you used there too, positioning, because that's what it was. It was understand where your defender's at, do your little move, shook them off.
Yeah, and she'll hit that more often than not. That's just, a broken clock is right twice a day. It's not always going to be perfect, but...
As Queensland North now back out to Francis. And nice defense yet again from Zoe Jackson. Inside though, and Andrea Francis can't get 2 for 2 to fall, but she gets fouled on the second attempt. She'll head to the line, 2 more shots.
We spoke about the positioning there of Finney before, but that's great positioning from Francis. You look at that there. She worked her opponent to the blind side, so to speak, there, so that she was out of the equation. Be upset that she wasn't able to hit that or the first free throw, but she really worked well to get into a good shooting position.
Francis goes 1 for 2 from the line. Abby Valance now running point for New South Wales Metro. Hall kicks it back around to Valance. Essa down to Jackson in the corner. And the putback there from Jessie May Hall was spectacular, but just rims out, and it will be a Queensland ball.
Well, she's up to 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, so the all-round package there. And it's interesting, as you said, they're changing even the positioning late in the game here, just seeing how the system works with the personnel in different areas.
I think she's more probably the power forward out there at the moment, looking at their lineup.
Well, there you go. Hall on Francis there. But again, she's not shown any hesitation in going in hard for those boards herself, regardless of what position she's taking up on the court there, Jessie May Hall. The utensils are out, Travis.
Nothing wrong with the pots and pans. Love it. Need more of it. As Andriana Francis, yet again, another 3.
They might need to put the pots and pans away and maybe get the swatter out, because they can't leave Francis out there, albeit, a very comfortable margin at the moment. But at this stage of the game, you want to see those standards maintained throughout the game and close outs and make sure that she's not getting that far open, because you're not going to be 19 points ahead in every single game of this tournament.
No, absolutely not. As Hall, with the shake and bake crossover at the elbow, finishes off nicely at the basket, 2 points. And Taryn Bond, the skyhook doesn't go, but Andriana Francis has been nothing short of fantastic inside for Queensland North. She gets 2 more points.
Well, she bowed out Bond there again. Again, that wasn't deliberate, by the way, Travis. My apologies there. But she did bail her out there, because it's one of those things, again, it just wasn't the shot that was on. And you don't want to take that away from a player of Bond's ability, but you just got to drill into her head. Whilst, yes, you can be a match winner, you need to make just smarter decisions, or if you're going to work on that, work hard on making the impossible happen. So, you speak about the greatest shooters, and they spend hundreds of hours in the gym trying those highly contested shots, those shots from half court or something like that. It just doesn't happen by fluke. So you got to admire the ability to want to bring the team over the line, but sometimes you got to be a little bit more accommodating to the rest of the team, allow them to have an impact there on the offense.
And the learnings from that is opposition teams will watch that and go, okay, she's willing to shoot out of control shots if she has to. If we can own the boards, we're probably going to get the rebounds more times than not. We can push out. So.
Well, that's it, because you can commit more players to her, because we know she's highly talented with her shot. So if you leave her 1-on-1 or even 2-on-1, there's every possibility that she will make the shot. But you've seen there with how she's been approaching it, she wants to take the shot. So you can afford to bring another player on and make it really tough for her to get it off, because then you know that those 2 people that you've left on the other side of the court aren't going to be utilised.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more on that one, Eric. As a hint of a trap there was shown by Queensland. But Jessie May Hall drives, can't get it to fall. Strong work on the offensive boards by Zoe Jackson. She reels in yet another board, and she'll hit to the line. 2 shots.
Well, you say it in any form of sport. As the game goes on, those tools don't get any shorter. And that was just great positioning and using her natural attributes to her advantage.
Like, she's naturally tall, which we've covered, but her wingspan is impressive. Like, her fingertips going to come down to the knees. That's an extra 2 feet when she's walling up against anyone.
Yeah, if they were to make one of those wings portraits of her, like that every single sports person has these days, they probably wouldn't be able to fit in the frame.
As Taryn Bond now with the ball, as the Pots and Pans clan get going again. 3 points for Queensland. Banks it in off the backboard. Nice work there from Mackenzie Brown.
Laps on defence though.
And Bond says no deal. Riley Esser gets blocked out of baseline. It will be Abby Valance inbounding for New South Metro. Pull-up jumper doesn't go.
Again, she gets herself into good positions there, Finney. Just aren't able to complete the transactions at the moment, but that's something that shows a lot of promise.
Great pass by Jensen. Beautiful inside look. Hannah Jensen finds Andriana Francis.
Really appreciated the energy that Jensen has brought onto the court when she's been on both sides of the court. So great awareness and good vision there.
And great defense there from Taryn Bond. Just reaches over late. Hits Jessie May Hall. She'll hit the line for a chance to go 2 for 2 and take her tally to 30 points for the ball game.
Like I said, she's so quick that it's very hard not to commit a foul, because even if you are guarding space, that just last minute, reach out, before you know it, she's already past you, you're collecting a part of her. So, not much more that they could have done well there, the Queensland North defence.
And Hall comes up short with the second one. She'll get stuck at 29. And it's Jensen bringing the ball down for Queensland North. And just a bit of fatigue setting in on defence late. Getting across is now being met with leaning instead. And 5 fouls there for Riley Esser. She'll sit down. Subs for both teams.
She's looked good, Essay, on the shots as well. On the outside, she's had a couple of good looks, so fouled out, but she'll be happy with what she's contributed to this game.
Nice little spark off the bench. Definitely wouldn't mind if you're the New South Metro coach.
Well, it just it goes back into the belief that her teammates can have in anyone who's out there, and that's been the story of this game, being able to be willing to share with anyone to throw a shot up.
As Bekirk, strong drive, gets through the double team, 2 points, 17-point ball game. New South Wales Metro leading it over Queensland North. And Zoe Jackson, another block. Kicks ahead to Hall. Can't find her. Leah Pearson comes up with the steal. Looks ahead. Finds Francis underneath. And Andriana Francis, 2 more points.
That was great basketball IQ there from Francis on the fast break. Again, she case in point of her IQ. But the fact is that she waited for the pressure to come and moved her body out of the way.
It's great work by New South Wales Metro. Thought their way through that one. And the fake handoff. 2 points. Freya Bekirk, if you don't mind. Very pretty little play to wind up the ball game here.
She must be a boot scooter in her spare time, because she's just working that footwork down the line with aplomb.
And it's New South Wales with the ball now. Hall finds Jackson on the post. Can't get the first to forward. She gets her own rebound. Knocks it down. And Bekirk, the half-court prayer doesn't go. Full time here in this under-16 girls game between New South Wales Metro and Queensland North. And it is just like the state of origin on the weekend. New South Wales Metro running out winners over Queensland, 98-79. Eric, your thoughts on the game?
Well, it's a very comprehensive performance, and it's one that will send a little bit of a tremor to the other teams that we're watching along. We see some of the girls who played earlier have filtered their way into the grandstands as well. So for me, what was evident was how well drilled the New South Wales Metro girls are. They work a system really well. They're not afraid to share it with anyone in the team. And that's going to be something for a lot of teams to contend with. And we see here as well, they're always active on the ball. So you can't be caught napping. See, again, just loose possession, and they're willing to pounce. The entire squad are ready to go and make you pay for the slightest miscalculation.
Absolutely, their athleticism and tenacity on the defensive end, and then just the way they pushed out in trans was a highlight for me for that one. While for Queensland North, a lot of positives to come out of that ball game for them. They can look at the likes of Francis, Bond and Bobongi. Their leadership was great, and some of their role players, Jensen, did really well coming off the bench.
Yeah, I liked a lot of what I saw from Jensen. She came off the bench and actually was facilitated with 7 assists of her own. So really enjoyed watching her go to work. But again, we see the ability to just run the court, and it doesn't matter who's on there. There's Perkins finishing off that one for New South Wales. They move fast, they move it rapidly, and you want to make sure your cardio is in check when you face this New South Wales Metro team.
And they run in numbers is the best thing about them. It's not just 1 or 2, it's 3 or 4 of them hitting the transition lanes, and really nice to watch.
We see here that from the baseline, Queensland North, they did look like a much better team because they were actually drawing up plays. And see, again, getting Francis on the outside, getting those 3-pointers. But again, look at this, the rapid movement of the ball from New South Wales Metro, and that pace, that step from Jessie May Hall is going to bamboozle a lot of people. Bond working hard, but her shot selection maybe not ideal. Francis bailing her out on that occasion, but no doubt she's working hard and trying to get her team over the line.
And Burkirk there getting through that double team, that was a nice little play.
A couple of late baskets from her were really great to watch. Here we see Francis again. Her positioning, albeit that one on a fast break, has been really good, but she knows how to get her defenders offside, so to speak.
And Burkirk there, that was the one, the nice little fake Euro step, gets through and finishes really nicely at the ring. And then Zoe Jackson here, just towards the end, follows up a shot, gets the putback.
Almost looked deliberate that first shot, trying to throw it off the rim to get herself a rebound.
Whatever you need, I've said it many times during the game, mate. Whatever you need. We're not big in the South on how you got to get them. Just get those stats up. A double-double's a double-double. Full-time stats for you there. And I guess the most telling thing for me would be the field goal percentage, just stretched out there. New South Metro, just the better clip from the floor, and the rebound count will be a huge one, 50 to 37.
It's interesting though, Queensland North knocked down more 3-pointers than New South Wales Metro, and we thought that New South Wales Metro was sharing a lot more around that arc, but then you see the points in the paint, the 62 v 38. So what we're seeing from Queensland North is when they were trying to go hard in the paint and to sort of force things and make them happen when they weren't quite there, it wasn't as effective, but they were able to move it around. The most telling stat for mine is those steals, 22 to 11. That's that high basketball IQ, that's that awareness and anticipation, and because of the Queensland North not having a super structured offense, New South Wales Metro were able to pick them off.
And just looking on that last one, points in the paint, that was 22 all at the half. And so you look at that, that's a 40 to 16 second half in the paint for New South Wales Metro. A lot of positives working through for them. High scorers for the game. Andriana Francis led everyone, Queensland North. She was fantastic. Inside, outside, she was just getting it done. 33 points for her. Taryn Bond and Cheyenne Babongi, 24 points and 11 points respectively in support. While for the New South Wales Metro girls, it was Jessie May Hall with 29, Ruby Perkins with 16, and Zoe Jackson with 12. On behalf of Eric McFarlane, Travis Young, thank you for watching us here on KO Freebies. We really do hope you enjoyed the coverage. And don't forget, Women's World Cup coming up this September, October in Sydney. Get your tickets and get to New South Wales as the best in the world come to Australia.
What if there was a place where lifestyle and business needs connected, where innovation was celebrated, talent was embraced, and business wasn't just about a transaction? How do you find a place where all of this can be your reality? We found it for you, here in Joondalup, Western Australia. You'll have access to the most beautiful coastline. Digital innovation is world-class. Education and training are limitless. Partnerships are creating history, and business needs are supported no matter how big or small. Be a part of this global community. Now is the time. Connect with your future.